Music.fm, the Familia. It is your host for the evening, Aaron Robinson. We do all day, every day. And today we are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook. Today's topic title is Going Viral. All right. Tonight's topic title is Going Viral. I'm your host, Aaron Robinson. And today, again, we're peeling back the layers of this story. And the story is about a gentleman working at a workplace and the boundaries of sharing customer service. So I want y'all to imagine being in the middle of your workday. I want everybody to focus on your task when suddenly you are asked to step into an area that you're not responsible for. All right. An employee at a local retail store. In this scenario, a situation like this became a reality when a customer requested his assistance on the opposite side of the store and he politely declined.
Fritz, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it's just Aaron.
I thought I thought whoa. did did my headphones just disconnect?
I was like, did mine lose battery? I don't
Yeah.
know what happened.
Yeah, there was this silence.
Still silence.
Everybody hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
No, we can hear you a little bit.
tiny
can
bit.
hear you.
Hold on just a second.
Oh, hi, June.
My
I'm here.
my system
Can you hear
froze.
anything?
Yeah,
No.
There.
better.
Oh.
My
Aaron's
my
audio
system
went out,
froze.
so he's working on it. Okay.
I'm still here.
Oh.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
All right. Can everybody have a
Barb, did you
conference?
see a different number? A different
I
What is
texted
this?
you the code, but it was so long, I thought you might not have caught it all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did go by what you sent me. I thought maybe it was different from what Aaron had sent originally.
All right, tester 1, 2.
No.
Can everybody hear me now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
sir. Loud and
All right,
clear.
everybody hear me loud and clear.
yeah.
All right, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so we're back. And again, my question that I wanted to ask to everybody, and again, I apologize for the technical difficulties, is what does it mean to go viral? If anybody can
That,
answer that. What
I
does it
think
well,
mean to go
Carletta was
viral?
saying it means it goes all over. When it goes viral, it just spreads.
You said it just spreads?
Yeah, like if somebody says something, that statement goes viral, goes out to all anybody and everybody that's connected to whatever system that person was using.
Okay. Anybody else?
Usually it's like someone who gets famous
Yeah, I
because
think that's
something they did
Go
got
ahead.
shared. Like,
I think that's pretty
multiple
much it. If someone likes something, they share it. It has multiple or a multitude of shares, and that's how it goes viral because everyone likes it and shares it with someone else. So that's
Yes,
how
exactly.
it's a lot of
Exactly.
views. Yeah.
Okay. Amber, what you were saying?
I said usually it's like someone's getting famous because something they did or said is getting shared multiple times on different platforms and people are watching it.
All right, gotcha.
And famous doesn't necessarily mean in a good way either.
Correct. Yes. Could be.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Could be, but not
Yeah.
necessarily.
All right, so the technical is just going viral isn't always a good thing. While it can bring a positive outcome, like increased visibility and rapid spread of content, there is also potential downsides to consider. Pros would be cost effectiveness, increased brand awareness, and potential for growth. Cons would be lack of control, short lived attention, and risk of negative exposure. Um, Going viral for the wrong reasons can have a significant consequence as well, especially in the professional realm. Um, One of them would be, essentially, that would potentially lead to job loss, would be if your reputation was damaged, public backlash, or you affected the company image, you broke a policy violation, or something that you did that with legal implications. So, in essence, going viral for the wrong reasons can lead to a loss of trust and credibility, which are often critical for maintaining employment. Right? Employers may choose to distance themselves from the controversy by removing the individual from the organization. So, I want to share our story. Our story is this: a man walked into a store to buy some eggs. I'm sorry, a woman walked into a store to buy some eggs. While while in the food section, she didn't find any beef bacon. Actually, she walked in the store to buy beef bacon. I'm sorry. While in the food section, she didn't find any beef bacon. So she decided to go and look for other things on her list. When she finished the items in her list, she was on the other side of the store and she seen a guy in the automotive section named John and asked him if he can look and see if they have beef bacon in stock. The guy was offended that she asked him this because he was in the automotive section and putting away some automotive oil when she asked him that question. So he refused to help her. The lady complained to the store manager about this issue and he was fired the next day. So I want to ask the question: if should he have got fired for not helping this lady because he was in the automotive section, which is on one side of the store, and she asked him to go look for beef bacon on the other side of the store in the grocery section and a Walmart, and he didn't want to go over there. Who's right? Who's wrong? Talk to me.
It all depends on the attitude. If he was obstinate and just said, no, I won't do it, then yeah, he deserves some kind of discipline. But if he's doing his job in his section and explains to her very nicely that he can't leave his area or something like that, then no, he shouldn't be disciplined. It all depends on the attitude, on how he responded to the customer, I think.
Okay. So you saying that depending on how he responded, and if he responded in a good way, in a nice way, kindly and nicely said to the lady that he's doing his job, he gets a pass.
That he was, he could not leave his section at this point in time, that he wasn't familiar with that area, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, then I would give him a pass.
Got you. Fritz, if you was working at Walmart and you was in the automotive section putting up oil and a lady comes up to you and says, hey, I need you to look to see if y'all got beef bacon in the back, which is on the other side of the store, far, far, far away. how would you have handled the situation?
Well, I work in a customer service before. If I'm doing something at that moment, then definitely I would politely decline and tell that I am not the guy that that you should seek when you're looking for a beef bacon.
I'm
So
not that.
so I can direct you though to somebody else that knows the section, and maybe
There you
say a
go.
name say a name
But what if
where
she
you
wants you to go do it? She also has a camera out too, so she's filming the whole ordeal.
I need to I need to politely apologize that I won't be able to leave my station. So
Okay.
I can still refer to her to someone else, like someone who's I know who's not doing anything, or somebody who's you know or the one who's handing me the tools, or like if I'm changing oil, then somebody's you know something like that.
And so do you believe that's the right thing to do? Like Sister Nancy said, as long as you're courteous and you handle it the
Well,
right way. So you saying
so
that you would decline though?
if I'm doing something, yeah, if
You're
I'm
putting away
attending,
oil. You unboxing boxes of oil and
yeah,
putting it
yeah,
on the
if
shelf.
I'm attending to something on my station, then definitely I'm not gonna be able to do that. Because before I'm handling a different, like for example, we're in a bank, I'm in a different department, and they're looking for the other department. So you know and I just refer them to somebody else.
So you don't see nothing wrong with declining helping them out. And you would refer them to someone else.
Yeah, attitude would do a lot, or a huge thing about it. So if you're gonna direct her politely and explain to her, but if she's not accepting it, then why look for beef bacon to someone from someone who's working in the automotive? So I think that's the first the first paradigm that need to be addressed. But yeah.
Gotcha. All right, let me ask some Carm, talk to me, Carm. What would you do if you was the manager?
If I was the manager, am I staying right there hearing it happening, or it's after the fact and I have to deal with it?
After the fact, and the lady comes to you and complain that she didn't help him. He didn't help her.
Okay. Say for instance he was polite about it. I would apologize. He's in a different area. It would have taken him a really long time to find it, and it would have I would have spent it and basically said he should have referred you to a different department so they could assist you, because he wouldn't be able to assist you with that, and by the time he'd be able to locate it, or then you would have waited too long. So he should have referred you to someone else. I apologize for that. Give her a 10 to $20 gift card to Walmart, depending on how upset she was, to apologize and say that we'll definitely be addressing that with all of our employees, so this won't happen to anyone again. Thank
So
you for
so
bringing it to my
so what if
attention.
she want him fired?
I would tell her, I certainly do apologize for this. We will definitely take action with this, and we appreciate you sharing this information with us, and we'll make sure that everyone has a better experience and you won't have to experience this again.
So
Well,
would
you're
he
a good
lose his
We'll
job?
definitely take action.
Would he lose his job?
I mean, I'm sure there's cameras or whatever play back to see if he was just really rude and just over the top, then he might get fired, because that's not how you treat customers. However, if he was very polite about it, no. I mean, he'll get talked to, and of course, it'll have to be a message to the whole entire store. You just can't single out one person. But I'm not going to fire him if he was not rude about it. He should have got someone else. He could have been new.
All right. So from what I'm hearing so far on the census, y'all saying that as long as he was nice and polite and tried to help the person out to whatever degree that he could, like maybe even telling the person to go look in the other section or whatever the case may be, that he gets a pass. Am I correct?
He'll get
Unless
talked
he
to.
was
He's not going to get
trained
fired.
not to do, if he was trained to help people no matter what, and then he didn't do it, then he would be fired. But if
Yeah,
he's
that
never
would
been
depend on what they're
trained,
trained to do. Yeah, she's right. If it's drop
Well, you
everything for the
on the first,
customer, then
on the first,
yeah.
in the first situation, you would fire him.
Hold on. Before we even go to the firing part, my issue is this though, and I'm gonna go back to y'all in the camp too. Yo, I have a difficult for me personally, and this is the reason why this
Me
kind of stood
too.
out to me. I have a difficult issue. I have an issue if I'm in the automotive section, putting the
Mhm.
oil. Why are you coming to me asking me about beef bacon?
See now, if you said that to her, you deserve to be fired.
But I think that's the culture. I think when you come with those superstores, I think that's kind of what you get. Because
The
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the expectancy, because there's everything there. And I mean, no, that is like a far
But I
cry
mean,
to be like,
that's
she
on
ain't
the
even in
whole.
the dairy
Why
section
not
or
go to the
anything.
grocery side of the store? Like, why I'm in automotive. Why are you asking
That's
me?
true. I know it seems,
You
but
trying to
even
fuck the store, and Jen, you coming out with your camera?
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
Like,
Now I don't know
like
about her
like
intentions. I don't know about her
you trying
intentions.
to say like your
Yeah,
intentions ain't right to me.
yeah.
That doesn't even look right.
Yeah,
You
that
coming
sounds
out with
like
your
candid
camera all
camera.
the way across the store
But I'm gonna
to ask me to get you some bacon, some beef
yes, but
bacon.
I am guilty. I'm gonna say I am guilty of going into like being in a rush, needing to find something, coming into Walmart because the closest parking was in the garden section, and the first person I say, see is like, "Hey, where is the such and such?" Like, so I can just
no, but
make a
see,
beeline to that. And if they say,
hold on,
Where
Sam, where
is
is
and
it?
can
Is
you
one
get
thing.
it is two different things.
Yeah,
"Well,
she
Yeah,
wanted him to
exactly.
go get the beef bacon.
okay, well,
He said, "Go get it."
Yeah, you go get to go get the beef bacon for it. He in the automotive section.
I'd say call Instacart. They'll go get it for you.
I think I would have went on the intercom."
So that's what I'm asking. So Amber, you would have had a problem with, like, you would have fired
So
him?
no, first of all, I know this from experience, on the Walmart app, I didn't even know beef bacon was a thing, but you could type in beef bacon and it will tell you what aisle it's in. It'll say like A19 in your store. So that's probably what I would do. I'd be like,
All right.
look,
She
it's at
said that
A19.
she went to look. That was the first thing she went looking for, and it wasn't there. So
And so I'd look at the app and if it says out of stock, I'd click, so sorry. It's
but
out
what
of
if it
stock.
says it's in stock?
They
The whole point is, for me, it's like, yo,
not
I'm
there.
in the automotive section. Yo, why are you asking me about beef bacon in the automotive section?
And then
Yeah.
my other default move with customer service is to always make them feel special. So I would say, I am not a beef bacon expert. Let me find you a beef bacon expert. And then I would give them a call, which is probably like the meat person. And I would say, you're going to meet the meat person, the beef bacon expert, and they're going to help you.
And
Like,
to
make
me,
them feel like they're getting like gold star service.
to me, that's what he should have did.
Yes.
Is just maybe get on the intercom or something of that sort. But I'm
I need
saying,
a
like,
beef
for
bacon
me,
expert.
I feel like if you coming up to me with a camera and you asking me about beef
You're
bacon
looking
in
for
the
trouble. Right.
in the
Yeah.
automotive section,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's
Yeah. She's
Yo.
poking the bear.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, why are you asking me about beef bacon in the automotive section?
So why
That
was she
sounds
doing
like
that?
a setup to me.
Yeah, that sounds like a setup.
I think you are shooting some content,
Yeah, she probably
trying
was
to
shooting
get
some
their
content.
content viral.
But right, so my man did go viral, and because she was filming it, and he got fired for it.
He got fired?
Yes,
wow.
this is a real story.
Well, how did he handle it? For that to go viral, he would have had to respond in a negative way. I mean, if you just say, "Sorry, it's not my section. I can't help you," that's not viral worthy.
But that's what he said in the beginning. But she started being a Karen.
Oh, so she kept egging him on.
Yeah, and then he said, "Why are
She
you?"
wanted that to happen.
Yeah, he said to her,
That
"Why are
was
you
her whole
asking me
intent.
about?" I actually had the clip. Let me play the clip for y'all real quick.
Okay.
Oh, this is a real life event. Okay.
Yes,
Yep. That's crazy.
Jenny, you know about this story? All right, here we go.
A Walmart employee here in the metro area has been fired from his job over a viral video of him apparently refusing to help a customer. That video went viral all over social media and has led to his termination tonight. WKRB News 5's Bill Reynolds caught up with the former employee and has more on the story.
It was at this Walmart location on West Cheshire Bridge that he encountered the customer early Thursday. In a video captured on the customer's cell phone, the employee is seen stocking the shelves in the automotive section.
Hold on real quick. You said you can't hear it?
No, we can't hear it.
No.
All right, hold on just a second. I'm sorry, ladies. Give me a sec. I don't know why y'all can't hear it. Let me try this one more again. My audio is giving me problems today for some odd reason. All right, let's do this. Let's go back to you and you. And let's switch the audio here. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. Here we go.
A Walmart employee here in the
Can
metro
everybody hear
area
it now?
has been fired from his job over a viral video
Yes.
of him apparently refusing to help a customer. That video went viral all over social media and has led to his termination tonight. WKRB News 5's Bill Reynolds caught up with the former employee and has more on the story.
It was at this Walmart location.
What happened?
My internet's stalling
on
out.
West Cheshire Bridge that he encountered the customer early Thursday. In a video captured on the customer's cell phone, the employee is seen stocking the shelves in the automotive section of the store when the customer approaches to ask for assistance.
I just wanted to know where the beef bacon is.
Did you go to the food aisle? Because this is not food. This is the opposite of food. You see, this is engine oil, synthetic.
That's great, but I'm asking you if you can come help me check.
Did you check in the food aisle?
I did.
Did you check where it says supposed to be? Did you see it?
No.
You don't have it. No?
I mean, can you just come check?
I can't come out. By the way, don't be eating beef bacon. What is even beef bacon? It doesn't make sense.
Well,
that's how you people be dying prematurely.
We caught up with the former employee who refuses to be identified by his name due to the backlash on his way to work. He still firmly believes he did nothing wrong.
Generally, this is man that do man. Do you understand? Or in this case, woman do man. Or it's a human. You know how it's usually humans. It be the humans. You know. So it's like it's a human issue. Like usually we have economic issues, but it's a human issue. It's a humanitarian crisis. Do you understand? And not to be eating processed food. That's my crime. Because I said don't eat that stuff, you know. But I don't even care. So though I just said let me give my own account of the story, my own side of the this thing. The what do you call it? The allegation. But
The former employee, unable to see the irony behind continuing to go to his other job with a Walmart bag, is keen to put all the sudden attention behind
Why
it.
will I throw away a bag? Because I don't have beef with I don't have any issues with the organization. But the bag works, so there's no reason for me not to use a
News 5
bag
reached
that's
out to
functional.
store management for comment on the decision, but got no response.
The bag works.
He's
so-
Nigerian.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so
He's
let's
from
go back to
Nigeria.
this now. He said to her, "Did you go check the aisle?" She said, "Yeah, it's not there." Then he said, "We're out of it then." She said, "But I want you to go look." He said, "I'm putting up synthetic oil. I'm in the synthetic oil line." And she said, "But I still want you to go look." And then he said, "Why do you want to eat beef bacon anyway? Beef bacon is no good for you." So Shitty had got fired.
That's terrible. I
Yeah,
don't think
he
he
had some
should have
problems.
fired. Definitely
Right.
written up or whatever, some type of
Training.
Remind you,
He
he
did
was
some
on,
training.
he was on video. Record.
Okay, well,
I could have said about the beef bacon isn't good for you because that's their product that they're trying to push.
Yeah.
yeah.
He should have gotten a good talking to, unless this isn't the first time something like this has happened with him.
Well, it's the fact that he went viral.
Yeah, that's why he got fired, not because of what he said, because what he said went viral.
Right.
Yes,
So-
all because it went viral. If it didn't go viral, he'd get written up and like, don't do that again. You can't say that.
All right, so cool. So here's my question now. So because he went viral for this and the store went viral, Amber, should he have got fired?
He should have just said, "I don't speak English" in Nigerian. Then he would have been fine. I don't think he should have been fired. I think he should have gotten like training, like or not. I don't think he should be out with the customers. He should be in the back.
He would have changed his job position.
Second on that.
Yeah.
All right, Jen, what do you think? He should have got fired?
No, he shouldn't have gotten fired. No, he didn't. I don't. No,
Well,
I mean,
it's funny
I feel
because
like
it's
her
worse-
intention.
It's worse than what y'all said it was. That he
It
should
is
have got
worse.
fired for. It is worse because y'all said that if he wasn't nice to the people, to the customer, that he should have got fired.
But her
And now you saying
intention.
he shouldn't have got fired, but he was actually worse than what he. Then that's not being nice. Saying yo, you should.
He wasn't real nice, but I still give him. I still would not have fired him.
I wouldn't.
I don't think I'd fire him.
Not unless he had a history of doing this.
Hold on, Sister Nance, you was the first one who started it off with the
I
fire.
said, but I'm saying, even though he wasn't as nice as he could have been, I still would not have fired him unless he had a history.
All right.
I think they had a history.
First lady, you would have fired him, First lady?
She took out her cell phone. That's different. I'm imagining somebody coming in there with a camera on their shoulder or something. I mean, lots of people do that with their cell phone.
Right. First lady, would you have fired him? Is First lady still on with us?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking and I'm on mute. No, I would not have fired him. I think that the girl set him up. Not, I would have gave him a warning, but I just think it was a setup.
It was a setup.
Yeah, I mean, I just think she said I don't know, maybe she knew him before or they had some, I don't know, but I would not have fired him, but he would have got a warning because of his comment about the bacon thing, bacon ain't good for whatever. That's not his place.
Okay.
But no, I would not have fired him, but he would have got a warning.
Okay. I want to ask y'all this question. What story do y'all think in the Bible was a going viral story? Any story that you think that in that present time, that story went viral?
Lazarus.
Lazarus story? Okay.
That's the first one that came to mind.
Or any other story? Any story that you think from a viral standpoint, it went viral? Any
That went
biblical
viral?
any biblical story that went viral?
Yeah, Jesus healing. I think it was when he was the leopard, and he told him, "Do not share with anybody." And then the guy went and told the whole everybody, and Jesus no longer could appear publicly. He had to, do his stuff on the side.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That went viral. A lot of people responded to that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so would you say Jesus went viral for the right reasons or the wrong reasons?
Well, if it were me, I would have been like the guy. You know what they say?
Mm-hmm.
They said, "Don't tell nobody," but I couldn't keep it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
That would be me.
Okay. Any other story in the Bible that went viral? Do y'all think? So we got one. I agree with that statement. I think that would have been
I understand the question now. I thought you were saying like what would have gone viral like
No, what
nowadays.
actually went
Got it.
viral? What story
Got
kind
it.
of went viral that where people would have responded to it and either went good and viral in a good way or went viral in a bad way? So we got Jesus. Is there with Jesus healing, and he told the man not to say anything, but he went and told everything. So
The pig story, where the man that had the demon and it was cast out, and the people were concerned about their businesses and whatnot.
true indeed.
We got this, yeah.
The legion, he cast the legions of
And
into the pigs.
that would because the people, well, because the yeah, and so well, I might be talking mixing two stories though.
Yeah, because
But
that story,
huh?
he was getting off a boat and he was walking up with his guys, the disciples, and then my man was wilding out in the cave,
Mm-hmm.
and he addressed my man. So that story went. I would say that story probably went viral, but the effects of it going viral, we wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about the woman with the issue of blood? Jesus healed her right in the middle of a crowd.
Yeah.
But that was an immediate reaction right there. That story probably would have went viral after the fact, but we don't have no recollection of it actually going viral.
How about the woman at the well?
At the well, yeah,
John.
that's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
Prince.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, she was spreading the word afterwards.
I agree. Any Old Testament ones? Y'all got New Testaments down pat.
Old Testament going by.
Definitely
Testament going
Moses
viral.
going back to Egypt.
Well,
Moses not going back to Egypt?
Going back to Egypt.
Oh, going back to Egypt?
Let the Israelites go.
Yeah, that probably would have that was a viral moment.
Jonah, when they had the people on the boat had to throw him over the boat so that the storm would stop.
You think a lot of people knew about that though? Because that's something I would have kept on the low. The only people on the boats only people who was there would have found that out. I wouldn't have told anybody I was eaten by a fish and none of that. I just would have did what God told me to do.
Well,
preach.
no, the people who were on the boat who were Jonah was like, cast me over. He told the people on the boat to cast him over because people on the boat were like, pray to all your gods, whoever, so that we could be saved.
Got
Jonah
you,
was
but
like, you guys
how
throw me over.
so how would that
How's
went
that
viral after
viral?
the fact? You think like when they came back, they was like, "Yo, what's this guy on the boat?"
Yeah, like his God is real. Let me tell you what happened. He got swallowed up by a fish. Because I mean, that's not every day that a huge fish just swallows somebody up and the storm stopped.
Got you. I get
well,
you on
I
that.
got one that went viral that I know went viral.
Okay. What's that?
Well, when God parted the Red Sea and the Israelites went through, and I know it went viral, and all of that went along at that time went viral because Rahab, when the two spies came, she said she would side with their God. She would go with their God because they heard of everything. They knew what their God had done for them. They know what their God can do, so they heard about all that. So that went viral what God had done for His people. So that's why Rahab wanted to side with them.
Gotcha. That's a good one right there too. I agree with that.
I was thinking
All
the
right, my-
Passover.
my story that went viral in a sense within the context of the Bible, I would say, I'm gonna actually tell y'all what it is, and then we can actually turn to it in one of them. But the reason why I'm saying that it went viral because it is mentioned multiple times in the Bible. So the story that I'm speaking of is when King David was transporting the Ark of the Covenant, and my man, I think his name was Uzzah,
He touched it.
and he touched it.
He touched the ark. When he fall.
Yeah, and that's found in Second Samuel. That's found in First Chronicles. Is mentioned a few times in the Bible. It's mentioned in First Chronicles chapter 13. It's mentioned again in First Chronicles chapter 15. So it's mentioned at least three times in the Bible. So we're going to read the account in First Chronicles chapter 15 and see how viral this went. All right. So if I can get y'all, do y'all know the story? Because I can give a brief summary of it if y'all don't know the story. But if y'all do know the story, then it's because let's see here. Can everybody turn to that real quick? I know we got like
To what?
20 minutes. First Chronicles.
Okay.
First Chronicles chapter 15. Does everybody have it? Does
Yep.
anybody
Yes.
have it? Yes, yes, yes. Everybody saying yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, cool. I am going to read from the NCV version as always. And it reads, David built houses for himself in Jerusalem. Then he prepared a place for the ark of God and he set up a tent for it. David said, only the Levites may carry the ark of God. The Lord chose them to carry the ark of the Lord to serve him forever. David called all the people of Israel to come to Jerusalem. He wanted to bring the ark of the Lord to the place he had made for it. David called together the descendants of Aaron and the Levites. And I'm going to skip through all of these. So we're going to skip to verse 11. Actually, hold on. All right, this one is, hold on just a second, because I'm reading this and I'm like, hold on, what happened here? So actually, let's go to, I actually want to read First Chronicles chapter 13. I'm sorry, guys.
First Chronicles 13.
Chapter 13, yeah. All right, here we go. David talked with all of the officers of his army, the commanders of 100 men, and the commanders of 1,000 men. Then David called the people of Israel together and said, if you think it is a good idea, and if it is what the Lord our God wants, let's send a message. Let's tell our fellow Israelites in all the areas of Israel and the priests of Levites living with them in their towns and pastures to come join us. Let's bring the ark of our God back to us. We did not use it to ask God for help while Saul was king. All the people agreed with David because they all thought it was the right thing to do. So David gathered all the Israelites from the Shihor River in Egypt to Labu Hamath to bring the ark of God from the town of Kiriath Jearim. David and all the Israelites with him went to Bala of Judah, which is Kiriath Jearim, to get the ark of the Lord. God's throne is between the golden winged creatures on the ark, and the ark is called by his name. The people carried the ark of God from Abinadab's house on a new cart, and Uzzah and Ahio guided it. David and all the Israelites were celebrating in the presence of God with all their strength. They were singing and playing lyres, harps, tambourines, cymbals, and trumpets. They was getting their Sister Jones tambourine playing on. And when David's men came to the threshing floor of Kidon, the oxen stumbled, and Uzzah reached out his hand to steady the ark. The Lord was angry with Uzzah and killed him because he had touched the ark. So Uzzah died there in the presence of God. And David was angry because the Lord had punished Uzzah in his anger. Now that place called the punishment of Uzzah. David was afraid of that day and asked, how can I bring the ark of God home to me? So David did not take the ark with him to Jerusalem. Instead, he took to the house of Obed Edom, who was from Gath. The ark of God stayed with Obed Edom's family in the house for 3 months, and the Lord blessed Obed Edom's family and everything he owned. Fritz, my man was reaching out to try to make sure that the ark wouldn't fall. Should he have died?
Should he have died? Oh Lord, you know. Oh Lord, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, there are a lot of characteristics that God displayed on that instance. Like, of course, it's His holiness ultimately that or his presence, that is being represented on by the ark, right? That his favor and all of those stuff and blessing. Um, but to be honest with you, even me, if I'm gonna be there, you know, I respect Uza. His desire to to not let the Ark of the Covenant fall or be overturned, you know, or maybe I'll join him because I could I'm I could have done the same thing if I was there. You don't want to um have the Ark of the Covenant fell over from where it was. So um you know so I'm not sure. Oh Lord, you know.
Amber,
And
how
wasn't
Amber, how did this story go viral?
Well, the issue was that he had the oxen carrying it, right? Wasn't there something wrong with how it was being carried? If
The
I'm not
oxen
con
stumbled, and Uzzah reached out his hand to steady the ark, trying to make sure it didn't
Right, but they
fall.
weren't carrying it the way that it was supposed to be carried, right? And that's why am I
I,
reading that
I,
wrong?
I
I think
no,
I
they was
remember reading
praising.
that in the
Yeah, I think you're reading it wrong because everything was cool. They
Mhm.
was praising. They was playing the harp. They had their Sister Jones tambourine out and the cymbals and trumpets and all that stuff. They was worshiping the Lord,
Well,
and
I mean,
then
the fact of the matter stands, he told them don't touch it. And so that's a rule that was not you can't break it. Like he can't be like, "Okay, for this one time you were trying to help." Like a rule like what God says goes. Period.
yeah, but so it was the intent wasn't the district. He was making sure that it was love,
Correct,
like
but
it didn't
it's his
fall.
holiness. That's all there is to it. He can't allow for that when he tells you not to do it. This is pre-Jesus,
So,
okay?
so I
That's
got
why he
you.
sent his son.
So Amber, so so what would have been your conversation with God when you seen him in heaven?
When if I saw Uzzah die for touching it, is that what you're saying?
No, if you was Uzzah, and you like, would you like, bruh,
Oh,
what you
did I get to
doing,
heaven
bro?
or something?
Yeah,
Right.
like what are we doing now, bro? Like how you gonna, you know what I
I feel
mean?
like I'd rather be up here than down there. So thanks.
Carm, what about you, Carm? Should he have died?
So, I mean, well, God said it so, don't touch it, and he touched it. He had good intentions, but I mean, good intentions don't matter. You have to follow the rules and God's law, and this is the Old Testament. You didn't get second chances and things like that then. So, unfortunately, God made a decision. You're not holy. You're not one of the people I call. Good intentions, but it didn't work out. Should have been a Levite to try to steady it.
All right, so here's my question. I want to open it up for everybody to respond to. So David was mad. Did David have a right to be mad? And if so, he was mad at God. So do you think the blessings, instead of blessing Israel and God blessing Obed Edom's family, was that God doing that because David was mad at him and left it there? Do you think David should have been punished because he was just like, bump it, I'm leaving it here, and just left it there? Like, because David had an attitude, so he left it there. Am I right?
Yeah, because I believe the people
Basically.
were angered also that Uzzah was struck dead at that moment. Like they were angry to David. We said we're being favored. Like for example, we're all celebrating and all happy and joyous moment, like while traveling, and then all of a sudden, boom, someone turned into dust. So what happened?
Another one bites the dust.
So yeah,
So did again, did David have a right to be angry?
All right.
the right now.
A right to be angry at God. He was angry at God. It says here, David was angry because the Lord had punished Uzzah in his anger.
There it is. I found it. Okay, in Second Samuel it says, so they set the ark of God on a new cart. Transporting the ark on a cart was against God's specific command on how the ark was to be carried. So already they were not doing what they were supposed to be doing. They just thought, as long as we transport it.
Is it? So I didn't. I mean, maybe so, because I know the ark has like rings, and then you put the poles through it and carry it like that. So I was trying to figure out, like, at the ends of the poles, like, was that the cart holding up, or was the oxen
Yeah, it was
holding on the end? Because no one ever. I mean,
It was only to be carried by the Levites. It was only to be carried by the Levites.
But he was a Levite.
Yeah.
But he had put it on a cart with oxen. Like, they were actually supposed to carry it with men. That's why the oxen stumbling, like, he's like, yeah, if you had had men carrying it, this probably wouldn't have happened. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's a long walk, they said, man.
I know. But that's how he told them to do it.
He said that's a long journey, beloved.
That's in 2 Samuel 6.
Yeah, I told you the
If
story.
anybody wants to read it.
Yeah, it's in 2 Samuel 6, verse 1 through 11. The story went viral, man. So did it go viral for the right reasons or for the wrong reasons? Because now we're hearing that they carried it wrong. So who's to blame at this situation? Is David ultimately the one to blame? Because this was David's idea.
Yes, because then he does it again, and he does it the right way. Because he learned his lesson.
So who should they have been mad at? David or mad at God? And if so, why did he let David just leave it there then?
Because they were afraid.
Yeah. Okay, somebody
were
just died. Let me
and
think.
they were angry, confused.
They said, how can I bring the ark of God home to me? So instead, they took it. And if you was the guy that they starting to bring the ark to, do you be like, bro, you not bringing that here? First lady, you there? She might be on mute again.
Yeah.
What
No,
would
wait,
you have?
yeah, no.
Would you have let them bring the ark to your house?
I had to step away for a minute, so I missed some of your conversation.
Gotcha. Now, the reason why I'm asking you, because I remember the day when I brought my motorcycle home and I wanted to bring it in, and you wouldn't let me bring it in. So I could see you rejecting the ark, like, you're not bringing that in here, standing by the window, looking out the glass door.
Yeah, probably.
You're not bringing that here.
Yeah, I remember that situation.
But the ark. So after hearing this, Kathy, would you have wanted them to bring it to your house? Kat?
No.
I can't hear you, Kat. Say it again. No?
No.
So you would have rejected it?
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Miss Plummer, what about you? Would you have wanted it to come to your house?
I would have been scared to bring it to my house for fear that I'd do something wrong without realizing it ahead of time that I was getting ready to do something wrong.
I mean, you just heard that the story went viral. You just
and
heard
that's
it.
all the more reason.
So what you would have said, no?
I would hope oh gosh. Is God asking me to bring it to my house, or are the people just bringing it there?
David is bringing it to you. He's saying,
the king of Israel.
Yeah, the king
Did
of
God
Israel.
tell David to bring it to me?
The king of Israel is telling you he's bringing it to your house.
Don't we have a higher authority?
So you gonna tell King David no? You trying to ride on your donkey?
Yeah, I think I'd rather go against David than God. So I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
Sister Nancy, what about you? Sister Red.
I don't know what I would do either. Probably, there would be no reason for bringing it to my house, right? I mean, what would be the reason? What are we doing? Passing the buck here or what?
David is saying that, yo, we can't carry this no more longer because we don't. God struck down Uzzah, so we gonna leave this at your crib for a couple of months.
Unless by having it at my house, God's gonna bless me. While it's at my house, then yeah.
But at that
okay.
point in time, you don't know if you're gonna get blessing or not. You don't know that.
Killed.
You don't know if you're gonna get blessed. All you know is, yo, they bringing somebody just
What
died and they
if you
bring it to
get
your house.
by it?
You can't touch it. You can't do nothing.
Mm-mm-mm.
Fritz, you would have took it at your house?
If oh man, if the king of
Don't
Israel
touch
would
it.
say, somebody just died because he touched the Ark of the Covenant while going here or while being transported. Uh, well, I don't know what I would do, but if and I won't be able to reject it either because it. I believe it's gonna be more of um, it's more a loss for me rejecting the Ark of the Covenant as because I think all of the Israelites know that it is the presence of God. It's
Mhm.
where the presence of God dwells. So even if I would hear the news, the viral story of Uzzah, but still I know that it's the presence of God coming in to my house. So it's gonna be a hard a hard thing to accept. It's
So
gonna
what's
be
your
a
answer,
debate.
man? That sounds beautiful. What's
Yes.
your answer?
Yes.
What's your
I was
answer?
I was gonna say yes.
He'll accept it, but he won't touch it.
Yeah.
Even hearing that
Oh, yeah.
somebody died, you saying, yeah, bring it in. Bring it here, David.
Yeah,
I got you.
bring it here. I'm gonna stabilize my flooring first and all that. So,
Jen, you would have accepted it, Jen?
Yes, with the 10-foot pole. Yeah,
With the what?
definitely pull.
I would have made sure that it had its own room. I would not have touched it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would have.
Had its own room. Would you even went in there and pray to it or ain't do anything?
No, no. I think I mean, I
Presence
would
of
pray to
God.
God. I don't know if I mean, I'm not sure. I would have not touched it. That's what I know I would have done. I would have accepted it because David, he'll strike you dead if God doesn't.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know if I would have jumped on that. Yeah, those jokers who got
I would have
used
taken
your
it.
presence the wrong way. If you walk into the room the wrong way and whatever the case may be, man, people out there's stories in the Bible where jokers got diseases and all types of things happening to them because they was in the temple where the ark was at fumbling.
I think
And
as an Israelite, I
I'm
probably would have
rejecting.
taken it.
I would have been like, yo, if I'm not let's say if I'm from the tribe of Judah or the tribe of
Benjamin.
Benjamin or one of the other tribes, you're not bringing that here, bro. We're gonna have to go to war.
Mm.
So that needs to go to a that needs to go to a Levite. We are not bringing that here. I can't even carry that joint. So you talking about you want to bring it to my crib? Absolutely not. I'm not taking one for the team. David, this one on you, David. Absolutely not.
Mm.
Am I wrong for that?
I understand you in theory, but this is King David. You're just a regular, person. I would accept it with fear and trembling and we pray to God until everybody don't touch it, don't let the animals get near it, nothing.
Keep your hands
Yo,
and feet
it's
inside.
was my
So
man.
nothing will touch it.
Hold on,
We're
was
not touching it.
my man that he worded to their house was a Gittite. I don't even know what that is. A Gittite, Obed Edom, a Gittite. So I mean, like he not even one of the tribe members.
Hmm.
I guess that was the closest place to where it all went down.
So
They
why
knew
you
who
don't
that
think none of
person
the other
was and
tribes
left
was
it.
volunteering? Like yo, or even in the Levites, they could have been like, yeah, nah, we can keep it with us, man.
Because they're out in the middle of
I'm sure
nowhere.
everybody's ready to be out.
Say that
At that
again.
moment, nobody wanted to be near it.
What you were saying, Amber?
They're out in the middle of nowhere. For me, it would be more of like they at this point they had heard all of the stories of the Ark of the Covenant. They knew what happened with that thing. It's not like Uzzah was the first thing to ever happen with it, and so they know that's God's presence, and it had been taken before, and so it's like protection mode at this point. Like we can't just leave it out here in the middle of nowhere. Somebody's going to come and take it because to them, like that was God's presence.
Yo, but do you think the Gittite dude he knew what it was?
I think he had heard about what it was.
I know he heard about it, but I mean, like, you think like he really knew what he was. You know what I
He
mean?
said
Because you in the
it
middle of
says he was
nowhere.
blessed for having it. So
True indeed.
clearly,
But I mean, do you think that he wanted to keep it there? Like he was on some. Somebody just died because you know that went viral. So you know somebody just died. Y'all bringing that here? Absolutely not. He not David, not my king.
David has slain tens of thousands.
True, but
Yeah.
still, I don't know, man. That's real. That's a real deal. But it is 10:01. I want y'all to make sure that y'all go if y'all gonna go viral for the right reasons. And the reason why I even brought this one up because at the end of the day, like as my man wanted to not help for beef bacon, say you don't need that beef bacon. You know what I'm saying? He went viral for that. Uzzah, even in his position of trying to do the right thing, went viral for doing the wrong thing, even though his intent was right. So in my man's situation with the beef bacon, even though he probably had good intent to say, hey, why you want to eat processed food, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you even want to do that to yourself? Why are you violating your body by eating that processed beef bacon?
He was struck by a fire
It was the beef bacon that got him fired.
and got fired.
All right, man. I want to thank y'all for joining in. Next week we'll be back on our regular phone call situation. Since I got a lot of complaints today, and we had a little bit of problem with the connection and everything. So I thank y'all for soldiering out with me. We are going to sign out on this one. Go viral for all the right things, man, and don't go viral at all. Holla at your boy. We out of here. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
You too.